Forget siege weaponry. Forget armies of thousands. This is the ultimate forgotten Bible epic. This is the story of Jericho, a fortress so mighty, its double walls should have been impregnable. A story where a nation of desert wanderers faced an impossible stronghold. The gates were completely sealed. No one went in, and no one came out. Israel had no siege engines, no military experience, and no logical hope unless God Himself provided a plan. This was never going to be a battle of men. Before the first soldier marched, Joshua received his orders, not from a human general, but from the commander of the Lord's army. The plan was not just unconventional, it was an exercise in absolute, unwavering faith. The instructions were precise. For 6 days, they were to march around the city exactly once. 7 priests carrying 7 ram's horns, followed by the Ark of the Covenant, and finally, the army, and the most bizarre command. Absolute, unwavering silence. Imagine the immense discipline required for 6 days of silent, ritualistic marching. Every soldier was exposed, every day, waiting for a war that never seemed to arrive. It was a true test of their trust in the divine. The silent procession continued for 6 full days, marching, blowing the shofars, then returning to camp. Day after day, the Israelites looked foolish to their enemies on the walls. But faith is always built through obedient repetition. Then came the 7th day. At dawn, the routine intensified. They began to march not once, but 7 full times around the massive city walls. The tension on both sides, inside and outside the walls, was unbearable. On the 7th and final lap, the motion ceased. Silencer deafening, heavy silence. All 40,000 soldiers stood still, waiting for the one final sound that would seal the city's fate. The signal came, a long final blast of the ram's horn. Joshua cried out, "Shout, for the Lord has given you the city." The collective roar of the people shook the very earth, and in that moment the impossible happened. The unbreakable walls of Jericho fell down flat. The army advanced straight into the city, now completely undefended. Only one family was spared that day, Rahab the prostitute and her family, whose faith had saved them from the destruction. The victory at Jericho proves a timeless truth. The battle was never won by human strategy, trumpets, or shouting. It was won solely by the power and faithfulness of God. All He requires is our complete obedience. If you were amazed by this epic, subscribe to Forgotten Bible Epics for more unbelievable stories of faith and conquest. We break down the Bible's most dramatic battles every week.